You want to sell digital products, but you have no idea where to start, or it seems like everything is super competitive. Well, after making over $115 million, I've learned a thing or two, and I'm going to share with you 7 killer product ideas to help you get started. And the good news is some of these don't even have that much competition, but they're able to make 5 figures every month. Just like one of my clients, Ranjit, who does over $100,000 a month selling Greek card services. And the best part about digital products is the profit margins can be as high as 90%. Now, while all of the products I'm about to share with you, I believe are the best of the best to sell, I'm gonna go from the hardest down to the easiest. The first one, a membership site. Membership sites are great from the standpoint that they're very easy fulfillment and you don't have to do any one-to-one coaching and stuff like that. What makes it difficult is the actual selling. We actually have a membership site. So what we did is we realized that by trying to directly sell our membership, it didn't actually convert very well. So instead what we did is we said, hey, let's sell a $2.95 book and then give them a 7-day free trial into the membership and get a stick rate. And so we call it forced continuity, where they buy the book and then it's like, oh, by the way, you also get a 7-day free trial in our community. And if you don't want to continue, just click here and you can cancel. And that's actually worked very well. And originally I was actually worried we were going to get chargebacks or cancellations, but as long as you're very transparent with your copy, and then if someone does get charged and they don't want it, you refund them, there really hasn't been any issues. So the way this works is you'll come to this page right here, and this is about my book, Infinite Income. So I actually wrote a book a few years ago about all the things I did to generate over $100 million in sales and a little bit about my story. And when they come on this page, they'll click this button and they'll buy the book. Now, once they buy the book, they're going to get 2 upsells to try to increase our average order value. So it'll be a $97 upsell and a $97 downsell, and then a thank you page. And then once they come to the thank you page, we go ahead and put them inside our community. Now, after they buy the book, if they haven't gotten in the community, we try to force them inside the community by saying to get the book, they actually have to join. And the way we do that is we put the book inside the community. So I'll actually show you what it looks like. So when you come inside my community, the first message you can look at, you go to settings, and when you go to plugins, what we'll say is, hey, welcome to the group, by the way, here's the book. And so they get the actual book by joining the group. And our emails and text messages, once they purchase, tell them that to get the book, they have to join the group. And so again, we're forcing them to consume the content the way we want. And then once they're inside the membership, we upsell them to higher price packages. Now, you don't have to sell high ticket stuff to make a membership work. It just makes it a lot more profitable, especially if you're gonna run ads. If you're not gonna run ads, this is one of the harder ones to make work because it can work every single time, but you have to be willing to run ads. If you're not willing to run ads, that's why I have this at the lowest on my list out of the 7, because you do have to be willing to run ads. But if you do, it works really well. And what I wanted to show you guys, we only started this a couple months ago, and we're only charging $97 a month, and we already have about 15,000-ish MMR. And every single time we spend about 10 grand, the MMR continues to go up. In fact, it's going up more right now, okay? So you could see this month, right here, 15.5 MMR. And you can see last month we were at 11.7. So what we've seen so far is for about every $10,000 we'll spend, our MMR will go up about $2,000 to $2,500. And then we make that up by selling high price products on the end, and then the money goes back into the ad. So this is a great way to build a business, is like buy a community, and then you come in here and people will post different questions, and I just come in and answer these different questions. We also could come in here and obviously have conversations with these individuals. But other than that, pretty straightforward, and it's a great business. So if you want an easier business and you have a little bit of money to spend, or you're willing to be a little bit patient while you build that MMR and you don't want to talk to a lot of people, this is a great business, no doubt about it. Now, the second type of business you could build is being a social media manager. Now, when I say social media manager, I mean just very basic stuff. Posting content, coming up with posts, graphic design, very, very simple stuff. And so this is actually one of my clients I wanted to show you for this one. Her name's Anna, and she actually helps individuals do social media. Now, I couldn't find someone who literally does social media as an example for you, but she actually coaches people on how to be social media managers, how to outreach, how to find jobs, how to make their applications, and everything in between. And really the math breakdown here is very simple. You either want 10 clients at 1K a month, or you want 5 clients at 2K a month. The way I would try to be a social media manager is I first would get on all the big sites. So I would get on Fiverr. Obviously, you guys probably know what Fiverr is. Upwork. And I would start by just doing odd jobs for people as they pay me. And then once they do, you can actually offer a full-time service as a monthly wage. So let's say you're on there and you're working at, 20 bucks an hour or 40 bucks an hour. And they say, hey, like, I don't know if you care, but like, if you want this ongoing, you could just pay me 1K a month and that'd be cheaper than hourly. And I'll just do anything you want, or 2K a month. That's where I would start. The other way you could do is you could obviously do outreach, because the reason I like this business is every business needs it. And so really what you would want to do is find businesses that don't have a good social media presence. Usually I would say this would be brick and mortars, right? You have a lot of online businesses, they're going to have a little bit better social media presence, but you could go to a lot of brick and mortars and just have them pay you anywhere between $1,000 or $2,000 a month to just run their social media, come up with their posts, their graphic designs, edit, all that type of stuff. And it's a very easy job. Like you could have 10 clients, probably spend, 4 or 5 hours a day max, half a day of work, and be done for weeks at a time by planning out their content. Now, after I got on Fiverr and Upwork and I would get some jobs and start building some credibility, the next way I would do is just reaching out probably to local businesses in Facebook groups or IG. So if I went right here on my computer screen and I just looked for local businesses like this, and then start going in these groups and just reach out to people and saying, hey, like, I saw your page, looks great. You got your social media. Are you looking for anyone to just run your social for you, right? Just very cheap and just do X, Y, Z, and ABC. And you could probably close people just in the DMs. It's something that every business needs. And if you're not going to charge a ton of money, like $1 to $2 grand a month, you can get 5 to 10 clients and easily be making 10K a month. And it's a great business, right? And I have clients that are absolutely killing it. In fact, Anna, right here, you could see she did about an extra $21,000 from this. So like she's doing way above $10,000 a month. This is just a simple example. Now, another thing you could do is email services. Now, this is not a client of mine, he's a friend, but this is Troy, and he does a lot of email services, right? So he'll set up automations for people, he'll send out emails, he'll do all kinds of stuff. And what that does is, again, every business needs it. Every business needs emails. Every business needs automations. And it's really simple, because most businesses, if you send 1 email a day, it takes you 30 minutes to write the email. So if you were to learn copy and you went to a business and said, I'll do all your emails 1 a day or 5 a week for $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, it's an absolute no-brainer because it's so simple, right? But it takes that off the plate because good business owners know that they need that. If I could go back in time and start over and I wanted a really simple business with super low overhead and it just took me a few hours a week, these are definitely the businesses to do it, and every business needs it. So as long as you go in there with a low price point of $1,000 to $2,000, a full-time employee remember is $4,000 to $5,000. So you go in and you just offer your services at a cheaper rate and do it for them. Very few people will say no because they need it done, and not a lot of people who are good at copy or writing emails are going to come in at that level. Now, again, if you guys need help building these skills, go to udemy.com or allison.com, and there's $20 courses on how to write copy. There's $20 courses on how to be a social media manager. There's courses on how to build membership sites. Like any of these things you don't know how to do, you can go learn how to do it. Or in the description below, you guys see my links. There's a free group, there's a paid group. We can work with you one-on-one. There's a million things. Learn what you need to learn to do these skills. The next one that I really love, and this is because I've worked with so many trainers over the years, probably 20,000 plus trainers, is fitness coaching. So I'm gonna show you 2 of my clients that are crushing it. This is Megan right here. And we took her from $5,000 to $60,000 a month in about 60 days. She's an absolute beast and she's super nice, like one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And then these are my other clients, Audrey Mason. They're a power couple, and it's like Barbie and Ken, honestly. Like they're just really good looking people, as you guys can see. And they've gone from about $50,000 to $60,000 a month to $127,000 a month in 60 days, like absolutely crushing it, okay? And the main way that they've been able to do that is simply just doing boosted posts. One of the key things they do is obviously they have optimized profile. So she says very clear what she does. I help career women sustainably lose fat by restoring metabolism and hormones. So she's a hormone coach. That's very popular right now. It's a unique mechanism. She talks about why they should listen to her. So she's like, I'm an MS, CPT, and published author. And then she has her coaching application. One thing I probably would have them add is say, DM me ready for help or something. But overall, it's great. And like they obviously are in shape. They're good looking. They look the part. And they have everything optimized. And then what they do is they do boosted posts. So they might go to a post like this and boost it. And as those people come in, they will message them, get them on calls, and sell them. And their price point, I believe, is around $2,000 to $3,000 a month is where their price point's at. And so if you guys go here, you guys can actually see, so last month, $129,000. This was December of 24, right? So this is January of 25, December 24, and cash collected over $100,000. And they're just doing very basic stuff. So as long as you actually like fitness and you look the part and you're willing to optimize your profile, it's very simple. You initially will reach out to individuals, get cash, move that into boosted posts and retargeting DM ads. And from there, you can start making a lot of sales. And again, guys, boosted posts, for anyone who is not familiar, you're just going to an Instagram post, you click boost, you choose the audience, the age range, and how much money, and then those people will start coming to your profile and you reach out to those people and sell them on your product. Super simple. I love fitness coaching because there's a massive industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. There's always gonna be people out of shape. There's always gonna be people who are unhealthy. And so as long as you are willing and you like fitness, it's a great offer. Absolutely crushes, okay? So there's fitness coaching. The next one is gonna be day trading. Now this is one of my clients, Kyle Henris. He does not use his Instagram that much. By the way, he basically doesn't use it at all, so just a FYI, but this is who he is, and I just wanted to show you so you could go actually investigate and see that he's a day trader. He's actually ran hedge funds. Very, very sharp guy. In terms of what he does, he runs an ad to a free group, and then he does an upsell, okay? So earlier in the fitness coaching, I can't really show you guys boosted posts because there's no ads manager, really anything to show you. They do it from their IG. But Kyle, he actually runs his ads from Facebook, so I can show you what it looks like. So what you would see is if you were on Facebook and got targeted by one of Kyle's ads, he'll have an ad that looks like this. And he basically gives away a free day training course, right?
So I know this is gonna sound bananas, but making 6 figures a year is actually more doable in today's world than you might think.
So that's his ad. And then when you click, it takes you to an opt-in page where then you opt in, and then that takes you to his free group. So this is his thank you page, and then you click here and it takes you into his free group. And then inside his free group, he has amazing curriculum. And then from there, he'll try to upsell people on his $25,000 done for you training bot, right? And so that's the upsell to $25,000 training bot that goes for a year. And he's put it into an algorithm that works really, really efficiently. If you can convince people that you're good at day trading and it works well, you can make a lot of money, because a lot of people, as you're noticing, as we go down the list, the easier it is to do, the easier it is to sell. So day trade, in sense, is sit in front of a computer, look at a chart, click buttons. That's how people view it, even if that's incorrect. Even if a trader's watching it's going, dude, it's way harder than that. That's how they look at it. So once they come in the group and they go through the curriculum and they've seen what Kyle's doing, it's really easy to get them to ascend. So if you look at his numbers, I'll actually show you guys. Yeah, so for September, they did $403,000 and $230,000 collected. So could you make $10,000 a month doing this? Absolutely. Like, he's doing multi-7 figures a year, crushing it. And so it's a very easy offer you could do if you're good at day trading. And again, if you don't know how to learn, go to udemy.com, go to allison.com, learn the skills, guys. Like, there's places you can go to learn these things. You just have to be willing to do it. So that's day trading. The next one, this is one of my personal favorites, okay? This is probably one of my favorite offers, is career services. And before I go into the client who does this, think of it this way. If you go to someone and say, you're making 80 grand a year and I can help you make 100 grand a year, 100% of the people will pay it if they believe it. It's the easiest offer ever. And again, notice as these offers get easier, the easier it is to sell. So this is one of my clients named Prasha. This is her Instagram. So you guys can check her out. She's amazing, super sweet. And what she does is she helps women in engineering essentially get higher paid engineering jobs. Very simple. And she has a curriculum and trainings on how to optimize their profiles and their resumes and things of that nature. Now, the way she gets these clients is, well, again, she runs a lot of ads. And so when you come here and you look at her page, these are some of her ads. And when you click watch more, they'll come in, they will input their info. And then once they get their info, they're gonna see a VSL on the back end to fill out an application. And then what she does is her team will call and set calls as well. So they get emails, they get texts, they'll see this video right here, and then they can also fill out an application to book a phone call. She already had a really good offer, she had a really good system, she just increased it, and now she's doing $53,000 a month. So again, I just wanna show you guys as well, like, even though I say $10,000, that's just the bottom of the barrel for these. You can make a lot more money if you're willing to spend and you're really willing to scale and grow the business. So career services, great business. If you can go to anyone and say, I can help you make more money in your career, it's an absolute no-brainer. You just obviously wanna make sure you can deliver that service. And then the last one, my favorite service of all time, is green card services. Now, I do not know all the ins and outs of green cards, but I have a client named Ranjit. And Ranjit, this is his LinkedIn. He usually does most of his stuff on LinkedIn. And he does no ads, he does no funnels, he does nothing. All he does is he puts in his bio that he helps people get the EB1A, which is essentially green card. And it's without, in 6 months, without sponsors, lotteries, or $1 million investment. You guys could see it. And people will come to him. And because people want green cards, as long as he's ethically willing to do it, it's very easy for him to sell. In fact, his in his application, he tells people how much it is. And it's a 5-figure investment. It's very expensive. And he absolutely crushes with it. And you guys can see right here on the screen that he closed a $13,000 deal, paid in full. and he only closed one of the 5 deals, right? And imagine if he closed more deals, or if he scaled with ads and these other things. Again, what you guys are noticing, I think, as it gets easier is the more it benefits them and it's easier for them to understand, the easier it is to sell. And so the career services, the green card services, I love. These are all great offers, but these are easily things that you can do that will make you at least $10,000 a month. So these are the 7 digital products that never fail to make at least $10,000 a month. If you want to see how I made $150 million with one digital product, just click here.